Rose Bar. But remember that last season, she sort of lost her position a bit. I think in the start of the season, so she would come in once in a while. So it's going to be like a game to test if indeed the new players that Thunder Queens will be bringing on board are ready for the season. And also, as we've been hearing police ladies say all the time, like the rebuilding that they are doing, if they are indeed set to start the rebuilding.
Police ladies in the rebuilding process, but I see the same old faces, not new much attached to it, but they say they are still rebuilding their team. But if you look into the Thunder Queens, it's obviously a rebuilding team, new players, new faces, bringing on the energy, the vibes into the Thunder Queens. They are going to tender sprout the police ladies. We will be having an exciting, super exciting match here at the Presec Legon Park. I'm not expecting anything. We are yet to record the first goal of the season. Yesterday was a goalless. So we are thinking to see more goals here, not even a goal, more goals there. But who is going to be the first? I don't know who is going to be the first player to
give us that goal.
I just want to see the first player.
I'm just excited that probably the first match will be recorded. The first goal will be recorded here. I'm just excited about that.
This is the dressing room. We can go to the dressing room to see how the teams are going to be dressed onto the pitch. There's the police ladies there. It's on the home ground. So this is the Thunder Queens and then the police ladies. This is how they are going to be dressed out. But as it says, we having the signal for them marching onto the pitch. Okay, so they are ready now, and then they'll be coming onto the pitch now. We'll see how the first half ends with the Thunder Queens and police ladies. I'll be handing over to Esther Abankwa and Nabadina in commentary position. See you in the next 45 minutes.
After 132 days of rest, the Ghana Women's Premier League has commenced once again, and it's bigger, well-branded, and super intriguing. Welcome to the 2022-2023 season of the Malta Guineas Women's Premier League. Welcome to our live coverage on Max TV of Match Day 1 as Thunder Queens host police ladies here at Legon Presec Park. I am Esther Abankwa. I'm in the company of the ever-bubbling Na Bedina. New shirts, new signings, new season. In a moment, the teams will be hoping to have a blistering start and set standards for the rest of the season. What do they have and what should we anticipate? Indeed, it's in the season that all teams are aspiring to have a very good start. They are craving desperately for nothing but success, nothing but to ensure that they set a good tone ahead of the season. The match commissioner ushering the two teams involved onto the pitch, and today they would be hoping to ensure that everything is in order for them to make not only the women's football proud, but indeed women's football in the sub-Saharan Africa proud as well. Taking a look at the starting lineup of the two teams involved pretty shortly, I would make it known to everyone. Now, betting that new season altogether, what should we anticipate? What are your expectations heading into this season?
Well, I'm very excited about this particular season, especially when we have Malta Guineas coming on board to make sure that women's football in Ghana gets to the higher heights that we are all wishing for it to be. Today is a match between police ladies and Thunder Queens, and as usual, these are all foes. They know when they meet like this, it means that heads must roll. And today, I'm expecting that we get the excitement that we want to, not necessarily so much goals in the game. We want them to prove to Ghanaians that it is worth it when you come on board to support the Ghana Women's Football or the Women's Premier League. And so I'm expecting that both teams exhibit and showcase their talent to Ghanaians for them to know that indeed they are here to make the season exciting.
Normal routines being made here by the two teams involved. The match commissioners and, of course, the match officials are already seated, eager and waiting for affairs to begin underway here at the Presec School Park. Ritha Nkansa-Boateng would be the center referee for today's affairs. She will be assisted by Cynthia Mensah, Comfort Aigba, Augustina Ofei Duodu. And then today we have our match commissioner been in the person of Madam Comfort Kofi, who is a nurse by profession and hails from the Greater Accra region of Ghana. Tender Queens in their colorful red with touch of white on it, ready. Last season they were set, and this season they'll be looking forward to leapfrog from where they ended last season. Police ladies, on the other hand, the police team of the Ghana Police Service here, and today they have been led by their own captain, Fafali. Others as well in the dugouts who would be waiting anxiously for their moment in order to also augment the efforts of their mates that have already been met to start today's game. For the starting lineup of both sides, Tender Queens, who are the home side for today's encounter, they have in their post Rose Taiba. They equally have Dorcas Ajekum, Mary Abete, Deborah McCarthy, Herodia Donko, Florence Champon, Juliet Abankwa, Ellen Jima, Gifty Osei, Deborah Opoku, as well as Matilda Kwao. These are the starting lineup for Tender Queens. For police ladies who are the visiting side today here at Presec, they have Fafali in their goal post, Jane Eyam, their captain for the day, as well as Benis Ahimfu, Grace Enima, Deborah Friye, Mary Berko, Susanna Fachiwa, Henrietta Annie, Shelley, Victoria Williams, and then Mausi Benyo. On their bench, they would have the likes of Jamila Abdul Rahman, Josephine Watin, Vida Fiati, Cecilia Odame Osai, Ivy Coley, and then Catherine Mensah for police ladies. These teams haven't been able to ensure that they sustain their slots in last seasons. They are here once again, beginning and commencing a new season altogether. And it's quite a huge season, a season that has indeed been well branded, and both teams have been motivated heading into this game. That was the technical team for police ladies. Abu Kasim, the assistant coach, earlier in your shorts. Final huddles been made, and this is the police ladies. Their usual blue-black with touch of white on it, and Tender Queens all red, as well as stripes of white in that as well. Their coach in your shorts also will be hoping to ensure that his side win today's encounter. It's been over 132 days of rest, 132 days of plotting, 132 days of putting things underway. Referee in Casa Ritha blows her whistle to get affairs underway here at Presec, with police ladies making earlier incursions therefore, but it goes out of play for a goal kick. The Malta Guineas Women's Premier League. Goal kick advantage, and it would be delivered by Rose Bar of Tender Queens. Moments of waiting have elapsed, and serious business and actions commences. Less than a minute of play, and all teams are so tactically and strategically been careful. Deborah Fiye delivers into the 18-yard box, and goalkeeper Rose gathers for Tender Queens. A very good well-surgeoned run made by Deborah Fiye of Police Ladies as she sought forward, looking forward to deliver to Grace Enima.
Well, I think is that if there is anybody to trouble the police team, it's definitely going to be Rose Bar, because this is a goalkeeper that anytime she plays against police ladies, she put up her best performance. One of the best goalkeepers we've seen in the country at the under-20 level. She's been to the World Cup and all that, and I'm not surprised that she was able to make that save to deny police ladies an early goal in the match.
Jadeyam winning a free kick for police ladies. And as usual, Henrietta Annie delivers into the 18-yard box of Tender Queens. It's headed away, still not out of danger. for a throw-in advantage to be effected by Thenda Queens. Police ladies, and they win the first corner kick of the game. Grace Enima lifts it for Henrietta Annie as Thenda Queens equally ensure that they man their posts efficiently. Grace Enima lifts a short one to Henrietta Annie, who sends it into 18-yard box, and it's nearly resulted in the first goal of the game. What a very good delivery from Henrietta Annie.
Well, these are some of the things you need to expect from an experienced player like Henrietta Annie. Anytime she lifts up a game, you see that police will be the better side of any game that they play in. This is nearly what everybody would have thought would have gone into the bowl to make sure that police leads by a goal to nil. But hey, Thenda Queens, you should not underrate them. They are still in the game. It's just early days yet. Police are making early incursions, but yet the game is going to be exciting.
The excitement of the game is what all of us are anticipating for. 𝐼𝐶𝐥𝐵𝐻𝐿 for police ladies, tussling it out with Ellen. Grace Enima with a very good surgeon run, raises her head, sends it into the 18-yard box, but has been shoved away to safety, still not out of danger. A corner kick, the second of the day for police ladies. And once again, Grace Enima and Henrietta Annie will ensure that they come up with a very good delivery for their side. Henrietta Annie lifts it once again, a short one to Grace Enima. The usual short passes. And it goes back to 𝐼𝐶𝐥𝐵𝐻𝐿, who left her head looking for 𝐵𝐵𝐻𝐿, but it was too much that she was asking of her. It goes out for a throw-in. The bench of police ladies. Thenda Queens are looking forward to settle themselves in the game, but as they await, police ladies would equally want to capitalize on it and get the results and the goals. Bernice Ahimfo wins the throw for police ladies. Susanna Fachua, 𝐲𝐬𝐬. And the police ladies win once again, another advantage. 5 minutes of action and it's still goalless here at the Presec Park. Match day 1 of the Malta-Guineas Women's Premier League for 2022-2023 season. Last season, Thenda Queens, who are the hosting side today, after playing 8 matches, they emerged as 6th on the league log for the Southern Zone. Thenda Queens, Dorcas Ajekum. In the heart of midfield, won by Mary. And police ladies winning back possession, 𝐲𝐬𝐬. Bernice back to 𝐲𝐬𝐬. Gathered away by Florence the champion for Thenda Queens. Susanna Fachua. 𝐲𝐬𝐬. Tussling it out with Herodia Donko. And it would be another free kick. Shelley leaving it for Susanna Fachua. Back to Susanna once again. Shelley Gathered away by 𝐺𝐸𝐬𝐬. And finally cleared by Ellen Jima for Tenda Queens. It's been quite an exciting season so far, with some matches being played yesterday for the Northern Zone. Herodia Avonkor has been flagged offside. She wanted to capitalize on a drop ball, but the flag was raised against her. Match day one, other interesting matches would be played as well today and tomorrow, so far as the Women's Premier League is concerned. 𝐵𝐻𝐸𝐬𝐬 and it's Tenda Queens who are trying to still settle into the game. Gathered away by 𝐵𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒻. Opportunity for Tenda Queens, 𝐺𝐸𝐬𝐬𝒑, but she balloons it, and it would be a goal kick advantage for Police Ladies. What a glorious opportunity, a 1v1 opportunity that 𝐺𝐸𝐬𝐬𝒑 had another to put her side in the lead. But unfortunately, she couldn't make the chance count.
Well, as Women's Premier League player who has an experience in this league should be scoring that. This is a 1v1 situation, and you had all the time to move forward a little bit, whatever you want to do with the ball before placing it at the right corner to make sure that you get yourself a goal and then shoot your team in front. But if you miss such chances, it means that you're calling for your team's downfall, and things like this doesn't look so good when it comes to playing football.
Last season, the Women's Premier League produced a total of 490 goals in all. How many goals will this season produce? Opportunity for Police Ladies, and it's smashed away.
Well, that's that thing we spoke about. This is what Deborah Efie has to do. An experienced player, a player in the look at that. The pass from Enrita through to Deborah Efie. It is you and then the goalkeeper. Just place the ball. She meant to strike the ball with all the power within it, and unfortunately, the ball has to travel all the way outside of the precinct park, and it is still 0-0 here.
The final delivery has not been the best so far for Police Ladies, with another glorious opportunity wasted. 3rd minutes of action, and it's still goalless as Tenda Queens host Police Ladies on match day one of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League, which is live on Max TV. Having witnessed 490 goals last season, how many goals will this season bring to bear? Tenda Queens, the hosting side today, a team that was established in 2010, formerly known as Samaria Ladies, before it was later changed in 2020 to Tenda Queens when there was a takeover. Opportunity for Police Ladies, but 𝐵𝐻𝐸𝐬𝐬𝐬 has been flagged offside. Cynthia Kofi was so alert on the offside track. Frank Oswald-Sam, the coach of Police Ladies, earlier in your shot after his striker has been flagged offside. Last season was not one of the best seasons so far for Tenda Queens, having played 18 matches and amassing only 25 points. They won 6 of the 18 matches, drew 7, lost 5, and scored 22 goals, and they conceded as many as 22 goals, scoring 22 goals and conceding 22 goals. What an interesting stats that they have.
Well, I think that is something they wouldn't want to experience any longer, because there's no way someone will sit for you to be scoring. And if your defense is not good, definitely you are going to concede that goal. They need to work on that defense. it is showing clearly here that their defense has not been worked on because police has created all the chances. Unfortunately, their strikers are messing all the chances up.
Talking in terms of police ladies who are the visiting side here at the 𝒄𝒃 Park, a team that was established in 2007. Their highest stride, it's when they won the 2016 Women's FA Cup. Thunder Queens trying to launch and make an incursion, but quickly gathered by Grace Enima, Henrietta Annie for police ladies. She miscues as Thunder Queens went back, Gifty Osei, and 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐵𝐻𝐿 to the rescue for police ladies. 𝐵𝐻𝐿 manages to pick up with a good first dribble, sets it into the 18-yard box, but quite a feeble one. Fachua with the follow-up, smashed away, still not out of danger, as 𝐼𝐵𝐺𝐿 was trying to ensure that she follows suit, but it goes out for a goal kick advantage to be effected by Thunder Queens.
Well, this is the 𝐵𝐻𝐿 that we all know. Jane can take you on. She knows how to score and all that. And so when you have attackers like 𝐵𝐻𝐿, all you need to do is to feed them. And that is exactly what 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐵𝐻𝐿 did. Unfortunately, she could not make anything out of it. It is just a matter of time.
Time and season moments, at times chances gotten, not utilized, can sometimes tend to be very costly. And Florence Echampo, one of the clinical players of Thunder Queens, having been with the side for quite a number of seasons and hoping to ensure that her side gets the maximum points on their match day one of the Malta Guineas Women's Premier League. Police ladies. A throw won by Thunder Queens, taking Juliet Abankwa, and Fafali gathers it nicely for police ladies. She hasn't been engaged quite on a sabbatical leave as it stands, since her sides are enjoying much of the possession. Good run by Benes, but won by Herodia. Grace Fachua with a timely clearance for police ladies. Herodia sends it into the 18-yard box, but cleared away by Benes. Goalkeeper Rose being the master sweeper for Thunder Queens in this situation. And not too much of the kind of excitement that we were looking forward to.
Well, that's true, because it has been a one-sided affair. Police ladies is taking the match to Thunder Queens. They need to also make sure that they partake in this particular match so that it brings the excitement that we all want to see in the first match of the season, especially when it's being live telecast on TV.
This season, the 2022-2023 season of the Women's Premier League, has been sponsored by Malta Guineas. It's a nourished new season. Malta Guineas is inviting you to watch and support the goodness in women's football with the Malta Guineas Women's Premier League. Follow every pass, tackle, goal as our ladies add some style to fuel your passion for football. Follow the Malta Guineas Women's Premier League on all our social media channels. Hashtag Malta Guineas WPL, and watch the matches live on Max TV weekly. Malta Guineas, your preferred, your best beverage. The non-alcoholic beverage that has been trusted. If you are talking in terms of one of the best brands that has indeed made its name, has made strides, have had impact, with a lot of corporate social responsibilities given back to the society, look no further than Malta Guineas. And it's no surprising that we have them in abundance here. Should you come to 𝒅𝒅𝒄 Park, come, have a feel, enjoy good football, and also have a very good taste of Malta Guineas. Swung into the 18-yard box of Police Ladies. Still not fully cleared. And 𝐷𝒑𝒐𝐿𝒂𝐚𝐥𝐿 would have a glorious opportunity to at least ensure that they get to go. But Herodia has been flagged offside. 7th minute of action. And it's still goalless. Which of these sides will get the first goal for their side for the 2022-2023 season? Fafali ready to effect the goal kick advantage for Police Ladies. Police Ladies last season having played over 18 matches. They won 8 of those matches, drew 6, and lost 4 of the matches. They scored 22 goals and conceded 16 goals in all. Bennett for Police Ladies, but a timely intervention by Mary. Police Ladies amassing much of the territories and drawing most of the possession. And what is left is for them to convert the possessions into goals. It's been quite an exciting match so far, with both sides making incursions, both sides trying to ask the right questions from the defense of each other. But perhaps the vulnerability of 𝐷𝒑𝒂𝐚𝐥𝐿's defense might not work things out for them that much. The Women's Premier League has been quite an exciting one, with last season's 𝐶𝐻 and mpimdakwa being crowned the champions for the season after they managed to beat their familiar foes, Hazakah's Ladies, at the Accra Sports Stadium for them to be crowned champions.
Well, I think one of the players that has been exciting this morning here at the 𝒅𝒅𝒄 Park is Herodia. She's everywhere for 𝐷𝒑𝒂𝐚𝐥𝐿. She's almost everywhere for 𝒷𝒑𝒂𝐚𝐥𝐿, making sure that the least mistake that the police team does, she punishes them with it. And so they really have to be careful when they are dealing with that girl.
𝒷𝒑𝒂𝐚𝐥𝐿. Referee Rita Nkasa having blown her whistle following Bernice Ahemfo, who was initially on the pitch. 20 minutes of action and it still remains goalless. Deborah McCarthy looking for the run of Herodia, but Susanna Fachua will not give Herodia that breathing space for her to create the chances for 𝒷𝒑𝒂𝐚𝐥𝐿. Mary, Juliet Abankwa, but too bad of a final delivery. A delivery that wouldn't pose any threat at all to Fafali. She sends it a long one, and goalkeeper Rose Taiba was trying to ensure that she avoids the corner kick for her side, but her run was not too much timely.
Well, I think she waited too much to move from a goalpost because she felt the ball, the player would rather go for the ball. But the time she made the decision, it was long gone.
Corner kick. Once again, a short one taken, flicked. Grace Anima sent it into the 18-yard box, but Jenny EM couldn't head it into the back of the net, so it still remains goalless as Rose readies to effect the goal kick for 𝒷𝒑𝒂𝐚𝐥𝐿. It's the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. Throw. 𝐼𝐨𝐬𝐬, who has not been engaged too much here in this game. Knowing how lethal 𝐼𝐨𝐬𝐬 is, her surging runs, her incisive and precise passes, and equally, 𝐼𝐨𝐬𝐬 has not really come to the party so far in the early minutes of the game.
Of course, when you have your midfield clicking for you, your strikers are doing all the runs for you, you relax a little bit. And I think that is the reason why we've not seen Mary's engagement in this particular match.
Benny sends it into the 18-yard box, headed away, and it would be another corner kick to be effected by Police Ladies. They have enjoyed the lion's share of possession. They've had much of the territories covered by them. Henrietta Annie twisting and turning, trying to get the better side of Herodia. Still not fully cleared. Shelley won by Juliet Abankwa. And Herodia takes her time as she finds Deborah with a lovely turn, leaving it for Dorcas. But it would be an advantage awarded by the center referee to Police Ladies.
Well, I think the midfield of Thunder Queens is not working for them. And when the ball gets to the strikers as well, the indecision is making them lose too much of the ball to the police team. They need to make sure that they hold on to the ball a little bit so that they will be able to decide who to give the ball to. This is football. It is a teamwork. You locate your player and make sure that you give the ball to her, to also make sure that she sees the pitch and know the right player to give the ball to. And so they need to at least hold on to the ball a little bit. Other than that, the Police Ladies are going to press them and push the ball to them as usual.
For the southern zone of the Women's Premier League tomorrow and today as well, other matches that would be played include Rich City, the debutants, facing 𝐴𝐶𝑚 Socrates. The match would be live on Max TV tomorrow at 2 p.m. Hazakis Ladies would also host Berry Ladies today at the Jendu Park. Thunder Queens are hosting Police Ladies here at the Presec Park. Soccer Intellectuals are equally going to host Faith Ladies today at 3 p.m. at Swedro Stadium. The match will be played at 9 a.m. instead. Ladies Strikers and Army Ladies would equally square it off. Army Ladies last season, who were debutants, and this season are enjoying their second season so far. We'll be hoping forward to make a lot of impression, a lot of impact. Having the likes of Adama Al-Hassan in their side, you should be looking forward to a very good game for Army Ladies. Throw for Police Ladies, Jane Ayam. She lifts it for 𝐼𝐨𝐬𝐬. It's in the 18-yard box of Thunder Queens. A struck, but it will be a comfortable gathering for Rose. Grace Enima. Herodia with a very beautiful pass looking for Mary. But Police Ladies win an advantage. Deborah was trying to get the better side of Shelley. And still goalless after 26 minutes of action. Match day one of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. Season commencing altogether a new one. Henrietta Annie with a long pass as she was looking forward to the run of 𝐵𝐻𝐸. And Fafali, with little to do so far in the game, trying to get involved. Henrietta Annie. A very good ball in. Would this be the first goal for Police Ladies? But she didn't go for goal. She was selfless as she sought with an intended pass to Mary Beckham. And Mary Abate, on the other hand, sensing danger, cleared off to safety for Thunder Queens. Thunder Queens, Juliet Abankwa. But it will go back to Fafali. For the Northern Zone, other matches, yesterday Popular Ladies hosted Prisons Ladies. And it ended in a 1-1 draw. Tamale Super Ladies would host Ashtown Ladies. Herodia flagged offside. Herodia, the main player up front, the Thunder Queens are counting on to count in and banging the goals for them. And Pemdakwa Ladies, the defending champions in terms of other fixtures, would host Northern Ladies. And the match will be played today at 3 p.m. at Ohene Amiel Park. Herodia and Susanna Fachua with a very good recovery run that she couldn't fully clear. Won back once again by Herodia, and they win first corner kick of the day.
We're winning the first corner kick of the day, and it has to come from the effort of Herodia, a player that I've spoken about. That in Thunder Queens this morning, the mother we are watching here, she has been very influential. She's been everywhere, playing as a number. Let me say number 3. She has as a wing back or a left full back, and she has done everything glorious for them.
Thunder Queens with a very clear-cut opportunity to get the first goal, but goalkeeper Fafali manages to gather it nicely for Police Ladies. The Ghana Women's Premier League clubs sent their gratitude to the GFA, IMAX Media, Max TV, and Malta Guineas for their support and innovations to bring the beautiful Women's Football League live games to our homes for families and supporters to enjoy women's football and see how best it is developing and how best all corporate entities can equally come on board and ensure that they support it massively. They say a very big thank you and more grease to their elbows. A very good gratitude and appreciation coming in from the Ghana Women's Premier League clubs. Women's football has over the years garnered and gained the support that it needs. These clubs initially were being administered and run individually with lack of support, especially financially, that they need another to ensure that they do it and develop football to its maximum best. Henrietta Annie with a long drive in, but it goes wide. For Malta Guineas to come on board to be the headline sponsor, that's what the clubs in Ghana, that is the Ghana Women's Premier League clubs, are saying. Ayiko miscue from goalkeeper Rose, won and sent it into the 18-yard box, but a very good recovery from Deborah McCarthy. Police Ladies, and it would be a goal kick advantage. Goal kick, 31 minutes of action. Rostay, the goalkeeper of Thunder Queens, and her 99 jersey, effects it following the miscue that she had earlier. Florence Echampong. And Fafali comes out to sweep it to safety for Police Ladies. One of the top goalkeepers who has featured for majorly for the respective national teams, she rose through the ranks, playing for the respective junior sides, the national teams. She is the captain of Police Ladies.
Well, she's also a corporal in Ghana Police Service. And so when she's in post, she knows how to command a defense very well. That is the reason why you saw her coming out boldly to clear that glorious opportunity that Thunder Queens nearly had to go up front.
32 minutes of action and it's still goalless. Police Ladies, 𝐼𝐨𝐽𝐬. It goes out for a throw-in to be effected by Thunder Queens. Thunder Queens were set last season. And they are hoping to start on a very good tone that will set the pace for them to have a very good season as well. Police Ladies, on the other hand, were third after Hazaka's Ladies won the southern sector, with Faith Ladies being the second, and Police Ladies coming in on the third position. Benis. We've not really had that kind of tempo and intensity that we were looking forward to so far. But perhaps in the second half, we might be witnessing quite a very interesting and a highly intense game.
Well, I think in the first half, it has always been police, police, police. Thunder Queens need to raise their game a little bit to match up to the Police Ladies team. It is not something too difficult to do. This is a competition. This is a team that you've been playing with for a couple of seasons ago, so you should know how they play. I mean, your coach and your manager were at the Tamales Aliu Mahama Stadium where they hosted the Super Cup, and he saw how police trained and how they play. And so I was expecting them to be able to explore the police team and make sure that they match them like, hey, boot for boot. But then I've not really seen them. I don't know if they are afraid of the police team or they are giving them too much respect. But then Police Ladies, with all the possession that they've had, what have they gained from it? They've not scored, even not an offside goal in the last 34 minutes, and it is not looking good. We want to see the beauty of the game. Yes, we have seen the individual talent. When you look at Deborah Efriye, you are looking at Eroda, and even both goalkeepers. But we need to see the teams play better to make sure that the reason why we are all here at the Presec School Park is to watch a very beautiful game. We can have a very beautiful game without the both teams scoring. We want to see that. Yet they need the 3 points, but they should become a little bit play and then make sure that the game is exciting.
The excitement of the game is one thing that really counts. And the Thunder Queens, perhaps in the second half, would have the likes of Fauzia, Isabella, Tiwa, Amapokuya, Agnes Jemfi, as well as Francisca Nyame, to ensure that they also come into the game and then add up to spice it up and give their sides the respective victories. Police Ladies, on the other hand, as well, in the second half or perhaps even in the first half, the technical team can count on the likes of Ivy Coley, Cecilia Odame, Catherine Mensah, Vida Fiati, as well as Josephine Boateng. But after 36 minutes of action, as we approach the 40th minute, it's still goalless here at the Presec Park. This happens to be the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. The Malta Guinness Women's new season. Malta Guinness, the best non-alcoholic beverage you can count on. Very, very nourishing drink that gives you all the needed nutrients and vitamins that you need. Headed in, but it would be an easy save from Fafali.
Well, we are yet to see who scores in the Malta Guineas Women's Premier League. And yesterday was a goalless draw at the Tamale Utrecht Park, where Prisons ladies went to face on with Pelpia ladies. Today it is Thunder Queens that is playing Police ladies here, and we are yet to see a goal. They shouldn't look too much about so excited and then they will play without scoring. We want to know who will get the goal for the Malta Guineas Women's Premier League. We want to see that first player who scores that goal.
Winning mentality is what these teams are desperately craving for. And that winning mentality would only come if goals are scored. Henrietta Annie would get the first yellow card of the day. Shelley gets the first yellow card of the day after she fouled Deborah. And that was with a high boot that she went in for that tackle.
Well, if you ask me, it was needless because you have about 2 of your players surrounded that player. What do you need that for? It is unnecessary, and this foul should have been avoided.
Matilda readies as Deborah Opoku, Herodia, and Deborah McCarthy are eagerly waiting for the delivery. Thunder Queens. Mary. And it's still Thunder Queens. Goal kick for Police ladies. Fafali with little to do. She effects the goal kick for Police ladies. Jenny Yam. Cleared away by Deborah McCarthy. Jenny Yam effects the throw-in advantage. Jenny Yam gets it back. Deborah Friye. Susanna Fachua sends it into the 18-yard box. And both Mary Berko as well as Benes have been flagged offside. But even if they had not been flagged for lack of communication, they wouldn't have been able to put the ball into the back of the net for Police ladies.
Exactly, because there was a miscommunication. There's a certain Benis waiting for the ball. Mary Berko is there as well. All you need to do is to communicate and make sure that one of you gets the ball. At the end of the day, it's a teamwork. You need the goal more than individual accolade.
Grace Enima, corner kick, a short one taken, and the final delivery not one of the best, as it would be a goal kick for Thunder Queens. 40 minutes, 5 minutes left, and it's still goalless. Thunder Queens in their traditional red and white, whilst Police ladies equally in their blue-black with touch of white in it as well. Jenny Yam, as she tries to nutmeg Florence Champo, who wouldn't allow her to. Susanna Fachua effects the throw-in for Police ladies. Shelley. Jenny Yam tasseling it out with Mary. "41 minutes of action and it's still goalless." Herodia is doing a massive job so far for Thunder Queens. She so much does well up front and ensures that she recovers quickly to assist her defense as well, knowing how vulnerable the defense of her side can be, having scored 22 goals last season and conceding as many as 22 goals as well. All smiles on the bench of Thunder Queens. Benes. Susanna Fachua's effort goes wide for a goal kick to be taken by Thunder Queens. Match day 1 of the Malta Guineas Women's Premier League, which is live on Max TV. Mary. And it would be an advantage against Thunder Queens. This is where Bernice ended up crashing with Mary. Thunder Queens finally winning that advantage. And it's still Thunder Queens. Ellen Jima flagged offside.
Well, I think Thunder Queens, you watch the offside trap that police team is setting. They are very experienced at the back. They know that they have a deficiency at their back, and so they are making everything possible to frustrate you from getting into their half. And that is what is happening, and you've ended up being flagged offside for quite a number of times. That is what I'm talking about. They really need to know when to move and when not to move.
They are not timing their runs efficiently. If only they had timed their runs efficiently by now, perhaps they might have gotten police ladies on the counter to register the first goal of the game. But until then, it still remains goalless. Thunder Queens, 𝐵𝒃𝒄𝒄𝒄. And Mary clears it to safety for Thunder Queens. Susanna Fatua. Mary Beku for police ladies. And Mary clears it for Thunder Queens. Mary tackling Mary. Interesting battle it would be. Grace Fatua. Swung into the 18-yard box. Very good delivery. Goalkeeper Rose couldn't gather it fully. Grace Edima with a follow-up, and it goes wide. Faith ladies have registered the first goal so far, following a goal that was scored by Matilda Fodu for Faith ladies. So it's Faith ladies 1, Soccer Intellectual 0. That has to do with other results of other matches that are being played concurrently here.
And so finally, Malta Guinness as the goal scorer of their competition. It is Bless Matilda Fodu. Something that we've been waiting for quite a long time, since yesterday. And finally, it is here.
It's 1 minute of added time for the first half. Referee beckoning and retreating to the sides involved to ensure that they calm down. As calm as I am, awaiting what is I will duly be serviced. Police ladies. Police ladies winning an advantage. They've enjoyed a lot of possession. They've had a lot of the territories covered, a lot of the pitch covered by them. But they are yet to make these chances count. Police ladies. Bennett sends it into the 18-yard box and it goes wide. Corner kick. The 7th so far for police ladies in the first half. But none of these set pieces have been made to count by police ladies. Swung into the 18-yard box, headed away by Mary Beku. And the center referee, Rita Nkasa, blows her whistle to end proceedings for the first half. It's Thunder Queens 0, Police Ladies 0. Police ladies enjoying much of the possession. They've been all over but unable to get the first goal. So first half ends goalless here at the 𝒂𝒅𝒄 Park. Second half to commence in due course. This is how it all began. Following the whistle that was blown by the center referee, with police ladies enjoying most of the balls in the half of Tender Queens. A clear instance where the referee sent with police ladies getting most of the chances. And this is where equally Tender Queens through 𝐵𝒂𝒄𝒄 had this glorious opportunity, but it was ballooned wide. Police ladies followed suit with their numerous incursions and still couldn't make it count. Tender Queens here through 𝐵𝒂𝒄𝒄 feeding Herodia, who smashed it wide equally. The search, the probing continued. Grace Anima with a nice flick, leaving it for Benis. And Deborah gathering it for Tender Queens. Nice delivery coming in from Juliet Abankwa for Tender Queens. And still could not make it count, with lack of communication here causing both the two players of police ladies. Rose being called to action on most occasions for Tender Queens. And that is how the first half ends in the goalless. Second half would resume in due course, but until then, Nafisa and Akosieje would come up with a pitch side discussion for the second half.
Welcome back to the first half. At the end of the first half, 45 minutes, it's still a goalless draw here. But in the other centers, Faith Ladies is leading by 1-0. They are playing Soccer Intellectuals, and the first goal has been recorded. Not any other person than Matilda Fujo, who has recorded the first goal for the Malta Guineas Women's Premier League, and it will go down into the records of the Malta Guineas Premier League 2021-2022 season. I'm still here with 𝐴𝐾𝐴, the beautiful 𝐴𝐾𝐴. Malta Guineas is sponsoring us, and it's the world of goodness, isn't it? A world of goodness for Malta Guineas. It's been an amazing first half here. We've seen Tender Queens dominating. Police ladies came in stronger at the beginning, in which we saw that there was no difference from the usual suspects and then usual people of police ladies who have been dominating these two sides for a very long time. Tender Queens came in stronger, and then they tried to possess the ball, but the final turf has been there. A bit of hitches at both ends, from the police and then Tender Queens. Akosia, seeing these two sides play, how was it? How is your feeling so far for the first half?
So for the first half, Nafisa, you'd realize that for Tender Queens, as we said, after losing their player, 𝐵𝒂𝒄𝒄 𝐵𝒂𝒄𝒄, it's clear that they are missing her up front. And so for their defense, they are trying as much as possible to make it work at the back. Rose is doing a bit of saves here and there. We have Matilda, who is also working hard there. And of course, we have Mary Abete, who is also doing the job in the defense for them. But when you look up front, that's when they are missing it. They are not getting it in there as they would. You'd realize that they are using Herodia, who was in and out from last season, and so the pressure on her to be the player who is anchoring the team, who is making sure that you are able to get the goals, it's a bit pressure on her, and you can see that she's not able to do as much, especially when you have a player like Ty Williams who is tackling you, it wouldn't be easy for you up front for police. But then you'd realize that for the connection that we usually see between Jane 𝐿𝐻𝐿𝐬, Grace Enima, and then Deborah, it's been missing today. We've not seen it there.
So you are looking at the first half, the highlights of the first half, how the two teams played. If you are not with us in the first 45 minutes, you can still watch the highlight. But as you said, that kind of cohesion between these three up front, are you seeing that? Is it a bit of fatigue? Because you can see that the pace is a bit, the building up is a bit slow, and then the final serve has been, they are not clinical. They are no more balls in front, as you say, they can convert, but those have come their chances. Do you think they are a bit so sluggish to in attacking the ball?
You see, we saw Deborah from the start trying to make some incursions here and there, but it just didn't work from the beginning. And you realize that they were starting to use the wings a bit more. But then anytime they use the wings, when you have Grace Enima or Juanita, they are very quick. And so they are able to outpace their defenders. We are not seeing that today. As Thunder Queens, 𝐷𝒕𝒽 has been preventing Jane 𝐿𝐻𝐿𝐬 even from getting her crosses through to maybe even Deborah to be able to. Usually it would be a cross ahead that then Deborah is gone, or a cross a tapping and Deborah is gone. But then they are not able to do that right now because of Mary, who is kind of stopping Grace at a point in time. So for now, it's a game that for Thunder Queens, it's their defense that is still keeping them for now. But for police ladies, they are trying as much as they can. But for now, we are not seeing which department really is controlling the game for them. Because, but for maybe Fafali a post, and but for the fact that it is Herodia who is trying to get the goals for Thunder Queens.
Fafali hasn't seen much of the ball. She seems to be a bit on holidays, because if you look at the upfront of Thunder Queens, they are not that fast and sharp. And it's been so many. Their position has been usual suspects, much more offside in the final serve, and which I think they need to watch out, because you cannot be getting so many chances like that. But if you keep this kind of offside traps, and then it's just frustrating.
Nafisa, you see, when we started and then we looked at the lineup for Thunder Queens, the question was, how are they going to play against this experienced side? Have these players worked enough? Has Coach Abuaji been able to work enough on this team to be able to give them that teamwork that they need? You look at their lineup and you would realize that Rose, Dorcas, Herodia, and Matilda are probably the only ones that are core like Thunder Queens players. And even with that, we would have the captain today, Dorcas, who has not been starting for the team for a while. So this is like a fairly new team, and they would still have to work more on how to get the players to understand how they have to play. Because from last season, you would know that Thunder Queens will not necessarily be the team to be playing to say that we want to win the league. But once we start the season, they want to make sure they get enough points so that when it gets very, very crucial, they are safe.
Yeah, I was looking at the police team. I'm looking at the same squad, not different from last season. I was thinking they could have taken control over the midfield, making sure we are not getting the wings play, as you are saying, but at least if you can operate from the midfield and then maybe try long passes, it's not going to be useful for the upfronts, because you cannot play from the wings now, as it's been being blocked from there. So why don't you use the experience and then use through the midfield, as I was expecting?
Afisa, you realize that 1, it's a new season, 2, is match day 1, 3, this is a new pitch for this team. Hold on, Afisa. They're used to Magdan.
Fatigue?
Not fatigue.
Okay.
Like this pitch is new to them. We don't play a lot of matches here.
But
this is the first time Thunder Queens are playing here.
Looking at the standard of most of the pitches.
No, I'm not even talking about the quality or anything. It's new to them, so they would still have to get used to the pitch. They would still have to get used to it to know that. You see, when you play on a particular pitch for some time, you get to know that, okay, when you have this kind of ball,
are we going to get a better second half than the first half?
Definitely, we are going to get a better second half than the
What should the police coach do to make sure, because it's just that we are thinking is a police who are the dominant force here, and then Tender Queens seems to be new, and as they are play, it's just that Tender Queens are not finding their rhythm. Once it's a new team, they are struggling to get their rhythm, and I hope police ladies take advantage, but I'm still not seeing them. That's why I said that I'm not seeing them the kind of formation they are playing. They are just playing. It seems they are even now playing alongside Tender Queens because they are forced to do that.
Nafisa, they've told us even before the season started that they are rebuilding the team. It's a lot of changes that has happened for this team, and so they're trying to make sure that they put themselves together to be as competitive as they have to be in the southern zone. So we need to give them a bit of time. Yes, we know they still have Fafali in post, and she's experienced. They still have Jane, who is still experienced, 𝐷𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒏. They still have them, but then again, they're saying that they've lost one or two players here and there, and so it would cost them a bit. And so we know that in the second half, surely they will still come with the experience that we know that they would come with. But one thing that these Tender Queens players now have, those who are they have a bit of what the police ladies don't have now, and it looks as if maybe it's the pace that they are using to outwit them at this point in time. When you want to talk about the quality that so far police ladies have exhibited, you really can't take anything away from them. The only thing that is stopping them has been the defense and the goalkeeper of Tender Queens, and so it takes just a second for the defense or the goalkeeper to miss just one thing on the field of play, and then you would see that police ladies probably will be able to score. But you don't also take anything away from the Tender Queens players, because Herodia last season was able to get a winning goal for the team, and so you'd also say, in as much as she has not been sharp up front, she may still be able to pull through for Tender Queens.
A world of goodness. The Ghana Women's Premier League club sends their gratitude to the GFA, IMAX Media, Max TV and Malta Guinness for their support and innovation to bring the beautiful Women's League live game to our homes of their families and supporters. We say a big thank you to you and more grease to your elbow. This is heartwarming messages from the clubs saying thank you to their headline sponsors, the broadcast official TV stations and then everything. But I beg your pardon, in the earlier stages I said 2021, 2022. No, it's rather 2022, 2023 season of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. This time around is Tender Queens and then Police Ladies here at the Presec School Park. But at the other centers, Faith Ladies who have been able to record the first goal for the Ghana Women's Premier League. They went all the way to Cape Coast, to beat Soccer Intellectual. It's the first 45 minutes. Maybe more goals are yet to come, even from here and then the center as well. And we say thank you to Malta Guinness, the headline sponsor, at least. They have made our league so exciting and then interesting and colorful, as I could say. You can't do away with just a bottle of Malta Guinness to just quench your taste, relax, and then enjoy as the goals, the passes, and then everything about the Women's League is about Malta Guinness. They have made us where we are now. Akusia, second half, these two teams, what do you expect from them?
Even before I talk about that, when we're watching the match, you realize that there was when 𝐼𝐴HEMFO was down, police ladies player 𝐼𝐴HEMFO was down. The Thunder Queens and medics, they did not wait to see it. They just
so
rushed onto the, and it was,
yes.
They deserve a round of applause for that. They went there to check to make sure everything is right. And for the second half, I just want to see a 2.0 performance from what we've been able to see already. They've exhibited some quality. We're enjoying it. But at the end of the day, we want to see some goals as well, because we don't want to record another goalless draw. We want to see our strikers also giving us some beautiful goals. Whoever even gets the opportunity to put in the goals, we want to see the work of the coaches, because when they come in the second half, we want to see the handwriting of the coaches on the kind of formation that the teams are playing.
As Acosta said, that was so beautiful of the Tender Queens medics rushing on the pitch to make sure they take care of the opponent player on the pitch. That was so beautiful. I have never seen that even in the men's game. Sometimes maybe if there are two or more injuries that you see the other medics trying to help, but this time around you could see they rushed. They had that kind of women's we have that kind of feel. We have the sympathy for our colleagues. So they just rushed onto the field to make sure she was a bit okay and then up on the field. That was so beautiful from the Tender Queens medical team. This is an interesting one that we are having here now, and then we'll be going to the second half of it, and then as I say, it's a good pitch here. The ladies are warming up. You can see that there are a whole lot of it. Everyone is excited about this. And
Afisa, we don't see a lot of people here. But you know, one thing I love about the people who support the women's game is that they do support it with all of their hearts. They are not forced to come here. The fans who were standing behind us during the first half, they know the players by name. They know the positions they play. If you are doing well, they are clapping for you. If you are not doing well, they're sort of booing you, and we're like, have patience. It's just match day one. And so we love the fact that they are here at the 𝐷𝒂𝒃 School Park, also enjoying the match. They are really adding to the color that we are seeing today. And we love it that we have fans here, especially the men who are here at support us.
The men's league is on the whole, so at least we are getting more fans coming or trooping into the women's league to come and watch us. We love you people. Come and support us. If you can't come anywhere, you can watch it on your app, or you can go to Max TV. It's live on Max TV, so you can watch it from there, or you can go on your app and then watch the matches there. Other centers is being played. As I said, Soccer Intellectuals is down by 1-0, and the first person to record the goal is Matilda Fojo from Faith FC, and it's so amazing. Faith are still doing it. They have announced their presence in their first season and second season. You see that they are still moving, pushing to make sure they conquer the southern zone. This is how the game is. It is. You can't come as a debutant and then you still stay below. But you can see Faith Lady came, and then with all their faith, they are just moving on. Akosia, we still have the second half to play. The people are tripping into the pitch. What do you expect from both coaches for your final words? Is there any predictions? I won't go for any predictions.
I just want one team to win. That's all. I want goals. I just want to see some goals. At least I just want to see some goals. That's all.
Okay, of course I want to see more goals coming from the center here, but we'll be moving over and then handing over to commentary, Esther, and then in commentary position. See you in the next 45 minutes, or at the end of the 90 minutes, we'll be back here with the full scoreline. Bye.
Welcome back to the 𝐷𝒂𝒃 Park here in Accra as Tender Queens host Police Ladies in the match day one of the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League, which is live on Max TV. The first half ended in a goalless, with none of the sides being able to capitalize on the opportunities that they had in the first half. What indeed has been the pep talk given to these sides involved by the respective technical teams, and what should we be looking forward to? Police Ladies in your shorts, in their blue-black, as well as touch of white in it, and Tender Queens in their traditional red with white as well in it. Herodia was the spark of Tender Queens in the opening half, whereas Benis, referee 𝐷𝒂𝒃 and she's been assisted by Cynthia Kofi, one of the very good referees that are carefully marching in, taking in, and then mentoring the steps of some of the experienced ones like Joyce Obenewa up here.
Exactly. These are young women who are coming through. And Esther, it will surprise you that even the Catch Them Young referees did so much well when they officiated the Super Cup matches. And so I'm not surprised that Rita and Co are emulating the likes of Coach Mercy 𝐷𝒂𝒃 when they were officiating in the game.
Second half is underway here at the 𝐷𝒂𝒃 Park, with Tender Queens not being able to string those passes efficiently and effectively. Henrietta Annie. Tender Queens flagged offside for the first goal kick to be effected by Police Ladies. Substitution effected by Police Ladies. Benis, a handful, been replaced by Josephine Boateng, the first substitution of the game.
And so what this means is that their front line is going to change a little bit, because Boateng is the top liner and she's coming to strike from the top, and then they have to move Jane Ayam to the wings to make sure that their formation that they are playing in up front change a little bit.
Fender Queens sent in the heart of midfield. 𝐼𝐶 guiding it. She miscues a follow-up bend by Herodia. Herodia trying to get the better side of 𝐼𝐶, but she does so much more to recover and clear the lines for Police Ladies. She was so much fortunate that Herodia did not penalize her in that instance. Flores Echampo for Fender Queens. It's match day 1 of the Malta Guineas Women's Premier League. 𝐼𝐶 trying to get the better side of Herodia, who really gave her a very tough moment earlier.
Well, from the blast of the whistle, this little girl has made sure that she torments the defense of the Police Ladies team. And so 𝐼𝐶 has realized that this is what the little girl is trying to do. She doesn't want to give her any breathing space, or else she's going to cost them a great deal.
Matilda Kwao behind for Fender Queens with the first set piece in a very good position, coming the way of Fender Queens. Swung into the 18-yard opportunity, and it's a goal. This happens to have been the first set piece for Fender Queens, and 𝐺𝐼𝐶 puts Fender Queens in the lead here at the Presec Park. A well-taken free kick by Matilda and well converted by 𝐺𝐼𝐶 for Fender Queens. So after 48 minutes of action, it's Fender Queens, the hosting side 1, Police Ladies, the visiting side 0.
And it has all been coming because they realized that if they want to put the ball in the turf, there's no way they're going to go past the police team. This is a superb free kick taken. And the defense of the Police Ladies team, they were caught ball watching, and there was no way this lady is going to miss this opportunity.
The pep talk is indeed paying off, having seen how Police Ladies enjoyed much of the possession, much of the domination of the first half. They had a lot of set pieces, a lot of corner, a lot of free kicks in very good positions, but did not make it count. But with just one set piece in a very good position, Fender Queens show Police Ladies how to convert free kicks and make it count. So it's Fender Queens 1, 𝐺𝐼𝐶 with the goal, Police Ladies 0. 𝐼𝐶 for Police Ladies. With that late tackle on her by Deborah Opoku, which has earned her the first yellow card for Fender Queens on the other hand as well.
Well, Fender Queens has shown that all that matters when it comes to football is to score your goal and get the necessary 3 points. And so they had the chance, they converted it, and they are leading the police team by a goal to 0. And then now they are into the game. They will also love to move the ball to the police team and see how they also respond.
Deborah Opoku with the yellow card been brandished to her by the center referee Rita in Cancer. 50 minutes of action. It's Fender Queens 1, Police Ladies 0. That's what football is all about. You get the chances. If you don't make it count, if you don't utilize it, you are penalized. And this is where the set piece was taken by Matilda Kwao with 𝐺𝐼𝐶 converting it beautifully in a pretty manner, and a sublime finish for Fender Queens. She did it so calmly and had the first goal for Fender Queens. And she came through with that very lovely celebration. The pep talk has indeed paid off. I'm very optimistic that we are in for a very interesting second half. With the glimpse that we had, we should be so much aware. And the Queens. Police ladies. 𝐼𝐵𝐿 sending a very good one to 𝐵𝐿𝐬𝐬 𝐵𝐿𝐬𝐬, and a timely clearance from Juliet Abankwa. Thunder Queens clearing their lines. One back, but still Thunder Queens with a surging run. Given to Deborah Opoku. Deborah Opoku being well marked by Victoria Williams. She retrieves, sends it to Matilda Kwao. And it's still Thunder Queens who seem to really find their rhythm so far in the early minutes of the second half. It's the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League, which is live on Max TV. It's match day 1. The Ghana Women's Premier League clubs sent their gratitude to the GFA, IMAX Media, Max TV, and Malta Guinness for their support and innovations to bring the beautiful women's football game live to the homes of their families and supporters. They say a very big thank you and are looking forward to ensure that they have a fruitful season altogether. Police ladies. Police ladies winning a set piece. And that set piece was won for them by Josephine Boateng, the substitute. And it's effected into the 18-yard box. Deborah Friye. And it goes out. Deborah Friye, who usually becomes the spark and the police side in the heart of midfield and in attack, has not been clinical, has not been lethal, has not been phenomenal so far for police ladies. Gifty Osei, the goal scorer, is currently lying on the pitch. As the center referee beckons to the paramedics to attend to her. 55 minutes of action, and it's still Thunder Queens who are leading by a lone goal. Goal scored by Gifty Osei. After quite a goalless first half, we've had a goal in the early minutes of the second half. And Rose Taiba, who was the busiest, the goalkeeper of Thunder Queens, ready to effect the goal kick advantage for her side. Gifty Osei for Thunder Queens, the goal scorer, has been substituted. And she has been replaced by Isabella Efiasewa-Lamte. Grace Enima sent it into the 18-yard box, but it goes out of play. Isabella Efiasewa-Lamte is coming in to replace the goal scorer, Deborah Opoku, the goal scorer, Gifty Osei for Thunder Queens.
Well, this is an army player on loan. She was with this team before. She was recruited into the Ghana Armed Forces, and she's back to her mother team as a loanee to make sure that she helped them, if not to win the league, at least be at a very respectable position at the end of the season. And she was their spokesperson as well while she was with this team before going to the Ghana Army Service.
More or less like giving back to the society.
Exactly.
56 minutes of action. And it's very, very much the instance where here Matilda Kwao came in with a very good delivery through the set piece and well converted beautifully by 𝐺𝐿𝐴 for Tender Queens. And that happens to be our only goal so far in the game.
You can see excitement. I mean, scoring the first, not if the first goal in your club's first match in the season. The excitement should be there, and even scoring against police ladies.
Tender Queens, Herodia, and 𝐼𝐴𝐬𝐺𝐿𝐴 comes in very swiftly with that clearance. It's the Malta Guineas match they won in the 2022-2023 season. And it's Tender Queens who are hosting Police Ladies. Last season, Tender Queens ended the season on the 6th position after amassing 25 points in 18 games. Police Ladies, on the other hand, ended the season on the 3rd position, amassing 32 points. 𝐺𝐿𝐴, but she's given a shove behind that earns her side a free kick. Police Ladies is one of the security service teams in the Women's Premier League. We had Immigration Ladies last season who were unfortunately relegated after conceding over 50 goals last season in 18 matches. A feeble delivery sent in, which was very fragile and caused no threat at all to goalkeeper 𝐼𝐴𝐬𝐺𝐿𝐴, who manages to gather it very comfortably for Tender Queens.
Well, she might be young, but let's make the fans know that this is a bronze medalist. She was part of the team that went to Azerbaijan and won Ghana U17 team a bronze, together with the 𝐺𝐿𝐴, Ivy Coley, and the likes. And so she's very experienced, as much as she's very young.
And it's Dorcas Ajekum, the captain of Tender Queens. Josephine Boateng, the substitute for Police Ladies, who is yet to make an impact. Ball goes out of play for a throw-in. Police Ladies this time around are eager because they are trailing and need to ensure that they get the equalizer. Tender Queens sent into the 18-yard box, but 𝐼𝐴𝐬𝐺𝐿𝐴 comes in with that timely clearance for Police Ladies. Tender Queens nearly getting the 2nd goal of the day. They seem not to be themselves that much. They are looking a shadow of the team that made a lot of inspiring impact last season. Shelly, 𝐺𝐿𝐴 for Police Ladies, gathered by Mary for Tender Queens. 60 minutes, and 𝐺𝐿𝐴 with a dejected look, so much frustrated so far, not enjoying herself. And her woes been worsened following her side trailing. It's Isabella Efia who couldn't control it for Tender Queens after Victoria Tay had a tussle with her. Throw-in for Tender Queens, Isabella. Been fiercely marked by Henrietta Annie for another throw-in. Tender Queens. Fafali is still in the heart of midfield. Referee beckoning to her to get up and continue with the game. 𝐼𝐶𝐥𝐿 does very well with her first touch. And it would be a throw-in. Florence Echampo with that tackle. 𝐼𝐶𝐥𝐿. Josephine Boateng getting a free kick for her side. That's Police Ladies. Matilda Kwao of Tender Queens gets the second yellow card for Tender Queens for that challenge on Josephine Boateng. Would Police Ladies make this set piece count? Victoria Williams-Tay is behind it this time around for Police Ladies. Victoria with sort of a casual delivery into the 18-yard box that wouldn't pose any threat at all to Rose Taiba. Set pieces upon set pieces, with they yet to make it count. A confirmation of the yellow card for Matilda Kwao. And she once again goes in with that tackle and has been given another warning by the center referee. A warning that I'm sure might proceed with a red card should she go ahead with another tackle. Tender Queens. But Isabella has been flagged offside. She's challenging it, telling the center referee that I moved with the ball.
Well, sometimes they do learn from their games. They do learn. And so she wants to try to tell referee that, yes, I know the rules of the game, and this shouldn't be a foul. This shouldn't be an offside against me. I know what I'm doing.
Another throw-in for Tender Queens. 65 minutes. They are in the lead. Not quite of a comfortable lead, but a precious one for that matter. They are in no hurry to effect any set piece at all. They are not the trailing side. They are the leading side. Malta Guineas Women's Premier League Match Day 1, which is live on Max TV. And this match happens to be the first game that has been televised for the Southern Zone. Mary Beko. Mary Beko last season had over 7 goals for Police Ladies, with 12 assists. She's looking quite a shadow of herself in their first game so far. Perhaps they are yet to settle in this season.
Well, the table, it is now Thunder Queens who is taking the ball to Police Ladies. They are trying to tell them that in the first half we left the game for you to control and to do whatever you want to do with it. Now we are back, and once we get in, we are leading you by a goal to nil. We are not going to let you win this one. It is our home, and we take all the 3 points.
Infringement awarded to Police Ladies. It's the 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻 Women's Premier League. And Norwich new season, it's here. 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻 invites you to watch and support the goodness of women's football with 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻 Women's Premier League. Follow every pass, tackle, and goal as our ladies add some style to fuel your passion for football. Follow the 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻 Women's Premier League on all our social media handles, #𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻WPL, and watch the matches live as well on Max TV Weekly. Goal kick for Thunder Queens. And talking in terms of the table standing, Rose Bar was the busiest goalkeeper in the first half, and now in the second half, she's enjoying herself in the goalpost. 𝐵𝐮𝐢𝐬𝐬. It's still Thunder Queens with Police Ladies. Susanna Fachua retrieving, sending it to 𝐵𝐮𝐬𝐬. A free kick won by Police Ladies. They are now in a haste because we are approaching the 70th minute. Josephine Boateng with a lovely flick was looking for 𝐷𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐿𝐿, but it has been intercepted by Florence Echampo. Fafali to Mawisi Gbenyo. 𝐷𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐿𝐿, Herodia marking her fiercely, and they win back possession. Thunder Queens leaving no stone unturned in the second half. Referee asking them to calm down and be a very bit meticulous with their tackles on each other. And it's Dorcas Ajeku who had that challenge on her earlier. Fafali. Susanna Fachua. Thunder Queens, Josephine Boateng, Henrietta Annie. But Isabella does well, goes past few players. Herodia with opportunity, but she's flagged offside.
Well, I think the referee didn't really see what she was listening for, because this could never, and it is never an offside for against Thunder Queens. The girl actually came in between the two defenders of the Police Ladies team. This is Herodia we are talking about, the girl who has been everywhere on this pitch for Thunder Queens, and I will not be surprised if she is adjudged the MVP of the game.
Goal kick for Thunder Queens. 70 minutes of action. The 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐻𝐻 match day 1, which is live on Max TV. Last season, the second round of the Women's Premier League saw most of the matches being televised, and this season it has commenced on match day 1. Police Ladies. But Josephine Boateng showed too much of it to Rose Bar, the goalkeeper of Thunder Queens. And this reminds me, what Rose Bar is doing reminds me so much of Nana Ama Asantua of Police Ladies, what she did last season. Herodia. Opportunity for Tender Queens, but she's pushed. And the referee is saying that can't be awarded a penalty kick. 𝐷𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒄𝒆. Shelley. Tender Queens winning possession. Will they be able to get the second goal? Isabella with this opportunity. And a very good recovery run by Susanna Fachua for Police Ladies to clear their lines.
Well, that was a very bad decision by Isabella because you've left all the defenders behind you. You have you and then goalkeeper Fafali to make sure that you bury the ball. It was a 1v1 situation. Make sure you place the ball. You were looking out for a penalty and there's no way referees like Rita is going to whistle for you in that manner.
Set piece taken by Tender Queens and Fafali coming out swiftly to gather it nicely for Police Ladies. 18 minutes left for Police Ladies to have an equalizer, perhaps. A winning goal in addition. Tender Queens. The flag is up once again against Tender Queens for an offside.
Well, Tender Queens has taken over the game now. It seems like the Police Ladies midfield is broken. And Tender Queens have managed to push more players in that particular position to make sure that they disturb Rita and then Shelley Domeku at that place.
A strike that ends up hitting the goalpost. It would have indeed been a very good goal to have been scored by 𝐷𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒄𝒆 for Police Ladies. And that would have been a crucial equalizer for them as well.
Well, that shot came from nowhere, and the goalkeeper was not alert. She wasn't expecting that. She was expecting the police players to work the ball out from the back as they usually do. But out of the blues, 𝐷𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒄𝒆 struck from there, and it was just a miracle not to have entered into that goalpost.
This is where 𝐷𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒄𝒆 struck, only for Tender Queens to be saved by the goalpost. Police Ladies with another incursion. 𝐷𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒄𝒆 raises her head to find the run of Josephine Boateng. 𝐷𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒄𝒆 leaving it for Mary Beckham. Struck into the 18-yard box, but it goes wide. They know they have just 15 minutes left. It was Josephine Boateng who was waiting at the other head. She was waiting at the other end, but could not convert for Police Ladies to get the equalizer. Victoria Williams-Tayi. ·75 minutes of action, and it's Tender Queens 1, Police Ladies 0. Matilda Kwao once again is behind the ball for Tender Queens. Her first delivery ended with an assist for her side to take the lead here at the Prosek Park. She sent another crossing into the 18-yard box, and it's a goal! What a goal! Master of set pieces. She has done so much well. The first delivery that she sent went straight to the waiting head of 𝐷𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒄𝒆, who scored the first goal for Tender Queens. And once again, another delivery that was sent in by Matilda Kwao. 𝐿𝐴𝐿 gets the second goal for Tender Queens. So it's Tender Queens 2, Police Ladies 0 after 75 minutes of action.
Well, I mean, the defense went to sleep as usual. They have realized that it is very difficult for Police Ladies to defend their set pieces, and this is where they are hurting them the most. And so what the police team needs to do is to avoid certain set pieces and certain areas. Once you give them a chance, they are going to score because they know that you have a problem at your defense. And so far so good, 2 set pieces, 2 goals from it. Kudos to the Thunder Queens team.
Matilda Kwao, her deliveries are so far very splendid and superb. So after match day 1, she gets 2 assists. Maybe it could be 5 or 3 before the game ends.
Definitely, if they are going to get free kick as those advantageous positions, she might get them.
Rose Bar, and interestingly, it was the same spot that she had the first set piece taken. And from that same spot, she sent a very good delivery for 𝐿𝐴𝐿 to get the second goal for Tender Queens. 𝐿𝐴𝐿, Deborah Friye, Grace Enima, 𝐿𝐴𝐿. 𝐿𝐴𝐿 still enters the 18-yard box. She is stripped and retiring cancer awards and rewards, of course. Police Ladies with the spot kick. After 𝐿𝐴𝐿 was stripped in the 18-yard box of Tender Queens. It's penalty for Police Ladies. Should they convert, that means they are not beyond reach of getting at least a point here at the Precinct Park.
Well, I think this penalty could be avoided because Jane has already pushed the ball so high that it will be even difficult for her to get to the ball. I don't know what the defender was thinking. Unfortunately, she has given away a very cheap penalty. And if it is Deborah Friye behind that ball, I'm not sure she's going to miss that.
It's Rose Taiba in goalpost who is going to indeed try save the penalty of 𝐿𝐴𝐿. 𝐿𝐴𝐿. The whistle is blown. 𝐿𝐴𝐿. She scores. 𝐿𝐴𝐿 reduces the deficit for Police Ladies with 12 minutes left to end proceedings here at the Precinct Park. And she did that through a spot kick. So after 78 minutes of action, it's Tender Queens 2, Police Ladies 1.
Yeah, and it's 𝐿𝐴𝐿 who was almost scoring the goals last season for Police Ladies. She started where it ended last season, and she converts this one to make sure that she reduces the deficit for the Police Ladies team. Let's see what happens in the next, I think, 10 minutes or 11 minutes, whether they can be able to equalize or Thunder Queens will punish them by getting another set piece to convert from.
Goal kick for Police Ladies. 80 minutes of action. Tender Queens 2, Police Ladies 1. Match day 1 of the Malta Guineas Women's Premier League, which is live on Max TV. 𝐿𝐴𝐿 Benyo. Grace Enima. Swept off her foot by 𝐿𝐴𝐿. 𝐿𝐴𝐿 Benyo. Victoria. Josephine Boateng. 𝐿𝐴𝐿 with the clearance. 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left for Police Ladies to seek redemption here at the Precinct Park. Throwing against Police Ladies. Last season, Thunder Queens conceded 22 goals and scored 22 goals. Hope their defensive vulnerabilities will not come to bear in this particular game. Throw in. And it's Mary for Thunder Queens who will do the honor of effecting it. Another throw in. 8 minutes left. Isabella. Isabella for Thunder Queens. Does well. Is brought down. Referee beckoning to her together and continue with the game. A goal kick for Fafali. Taken swiftly. And it's offside once again against Isabella.
Well, I don't know how and when this one became an offside, because it is police ladies player that had the ball into the path or the way of the Thunder Queens player. But hey, I am not a referee, and so maybe the referees know much more than I do. And so let's take it that way.
Grace Anima sent it into the 18-yard box, and it's gathered very swift by Rose Bar for Thunder Queens. Just when they thought that they had the equalizer. Look at how Grace Anima did it quite nicely here to send in a crossing through Jane Yam.
This is just beautiful cross from Grace Anima. And I have always said that one player in the Thunder Queens team that's normally will always stand up tall when they are playing against the police team is the goalkeeper, Rose Bar, because anytime the police will make a move, she will make sure that it is there against the police team, and today is no exception. She has made sure that she has dealt with them really, really well. Even though it is not yet 90 minutes, she has proved that anytime when it comes to the police team, she will not just allow them to do whatever they like against her.
Ellen Jima, the second goal scorer for Thunder Queens, was the one who was tricked in on the edge. She was tricked on the edge of the 18-yard box of police ladies. Another glorious opportunity for Thunder Queens to extend their lead here at the Presec Park. And the offender is Victoria Williams.
Well, the second goal, the foul that was committed before they scored was also, she was also the offender as well. And so she needs to be very careful. I don't blame her. She's a midfielder and an attacking winger. It's just unfortunate that she has to be the main defender for the police team in this particular fixture. Maybe the police need to do something, because she's used to attacking more than defending.
Substitution, Mary Beku paving the way for Shelley. Paving the way indeed for Jamila Abdurrahman. Opportunity for Thunder Queens to extend their lead. Taken, and it would be an easy one for Fafali. It's obvious that the instructions that she gave to her wall paid off. They had her so much covered that she had a very good view of the ball, and that was the main reason why she came through with that comfortable grab for police ladies.
Well, when Fafali does her walls, you can always be rest assured that she's going to make sure that she saves the team from conceding more goals. When the players listen to her very well. Now, the player that has been introduced by the police team is Jamila Rahman, the player that was bought from Boga All-Stars. She's a very young girl. She was with the National U17 team. She couldn't make the cut to the World Cup because we have been disqualified and banned. But this is a very young chap that every Ghanaian football-loving or female football-loving team advocate should watch out for. She's really, really good.
86 minutes, 4 minutes left. She looks so much like comfortable 𝐷𝒂𝐚 ladies. And
Well,
it's Tender Queens. Mary with a hot chase sends it to Isabella. But it goes out for a throw-in for police ladies. Susanna Fachua effected very quickly. 𝐷𝒂𝐚 cleared away by Florence Champon. Another throw. Another clearance for Mary. Fafali comes out to ensure that it poses no threat at all to her. Last season, police ladies could not start the season on a very good foot, but once they settled into the season, they did their best and won most of their games. Josephine Boateng, Grace Enima, Josephine Boateng once again, Deborah Friye, and Mary Beck, who could not keep it in play. It goes out for a throw-in against police ladies. 3 minutes left. They had a rough start last season. Could it be one of those rough starts once again for this season?
Well, as a team, I think you should know your weaknesses. Why you always start out the season like that? It should not always be. Sometimes you might start like that and you may end like that. And so I think if there's anything that they do that do not make them start their season well, then they need to look at it, because this is the first match you are playing a team like Thunder Queens. I mean, it is not an Azaka's ladies. All due respect, but if you are playing against Thunder Queens and in the first half you've missed almost like 15 to 18 chances that you could not convert, you had to take penalty to make sure that you cancel a 2-goal lead, then it means that there's a lot of work for you to do with your team.
The penalty did not cancel the 2-goal lead, it rather reduced their deficit.
Yeah, sure.
They are still trailing here at the Presec Park with 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left for them to seek salvation. Penalty kick that was taken beautifully by Mary Beck, and Rose Taiba could only look and admire as it enters into the back of the net. With few minutes left to end proceedings for the first televised game of the season, so far as the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League is concerned, the Women's Premier League, as well as all the clubs involved, send their gratitude to the Ghana Football Association, IMAX Media, Max TV, and Malta Guinness for their support and innovations to bring the beautiful Women's League games live to the homes of families and supporters. They say Ayiko, and they are looking forward to most corporate entities coming on board as well. Isabella, Grace Enima. Grace Enima still tussling it out with Isabella. Herodia joins in. It goes out. Throw. And it's Jamila Abdul. For Fali, the master sweeper comes out. 𝐷𝒂𝐚𝐥𝐭𝐚 continues. And Tender Queens will look forward to launch another glorious counter-attack on the defense of police ladies. 90 minutes, it's up already. _minutes is up. Substitution for Tender Queens, as Deborah McCarthy is paving the way for Fauzia Yakubu. Fafali to Victoria. Henrietta Annie sending it to Mausi. Herodia couldn't control. Susanna Fachua winning possession for Police Ladies. And it's 3 minutes of added time. It's 3 minutes of added time here at the 𝒆𝒃 Park. Fender Queens are leading by 2-1 here. Goals scored for them by 𝐺𝐻𝐸 as well as 𝐿𝑁 and both goals were assisted by Matilda Kwao through a very good delivery that she had. Deborah Opoku is paving the way for Fauzia. Goal kick. Deborah Opoku is paving the way for Fauzia Yakubu. 𝐿𝑁 for Tender Queens has been adjudged the MVP of this game. 𝐿𝑁, the second goal scorer for Tender Queens, has been adjudged the MVP. The 3 minutes of additional time is up with few seconds left. And it wouldn't be too surprising if the center referee should blow her whistle to end proceedings in no time.
Well, this is a clear indication that hard works pay. Thunder Queens in the first half didn't really do much. But the second half, they came into the game. The master tactician that they have at hand made sure that he gave them the right instructions for them to be able to come and get the needed 3 points that they need in their first match of the season. And so now they are leading by 2-1 against Police Ladies. It is almost time, and they can go home with all the 3 points in their first match of the Guineas-Ghana Women.
And it ends here at the 𝒆𝒃 Park with Thunder Queens getting the better side of Police Ladies at the end of proceedings. Thunder Queens 2, Police Ladies 1. Goals scored by 𝐺𝐻𝐸 as well as 𝐿𝑁. And here they are rendering and saying their prayers, thanking their maker for that strength that they had. Another to ensure that they get that maximum victory over one of the formidable sides so far as the Women's Premier League is concerned. It ends here, and Fafali, the captain of the side, definitely not a happy person, venting all her frustration, her anger to her playing body, telling them that this was not the results that they negotiated for heading into this game. This is how the second half commenced, with Thunder Queens coming in strongly, having had quite a very bad first half. Matilda Kwao with his delivery that went straight into the free waiting head of 𝐺𝐻𝐸, who converted beautifully for Thunder Queens. While the defenders and players of Police Ladies were left but watching, 𝐺𝐻𝐸 just had to ensure that she converted for Thunder Queens. They continued their surging runs, ensuring that they come up with quite a lot of incursions, creating those opportunities, capitalizing on the weaker links in the police team side, and getting the needed goals as well in this encounter. Players like Deborah Opoku Herodia Tonko all made it count for Tender Queens. This is where one of the efforts of police ladies ended up hitting the goalpost. The second goal coming through this set piece that they had. This is where they converted it beautifully in order to get the second goal. Tender Queens, the home side. 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐬 here with that opportunity where she was strict in the 18-yard box. That earned police ladies a penalty kick that was well converted by 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐬 to reduce the deficit for police ladies. Having been able to get the deficit reduced earlier in the 76th minute, they continued probing, looking forward to at least get the equalizer. But they still couldn't yield any positive results for them. And another effort through a set piece before the final whistle was blown by the center referee. So it ends here at the Preset Park, Tender Queens 2, Police Ladies 1. I have been your commentator, Esther Abankwa. I did this alongside the bubbling Na Bedina. I'm handing it over to Nafisa as well as Akosia AJ for post-match discussions.
Oh, this has been an exciting end of 90 minutes here, and here at the home of Preset School Park is Tender Queens 2, Police Ladies 1. It has been Police Ladies who has been a thorn in the flesh of Tender Queens, but this time around, hey, Coach 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐬 says it's no way, it has to stop here, and it ended. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
What did you put into it to make sure you win this match today?
It's all about determination, because we normally play with police and we find it so difficult. So this time we made our mind and determined to grab all the 3 points.
I saw a couple of new players in your setup. How were you able to make sure you combine them to get a win from Police Ladies this time around?
It's all about training and encouragement. With these ladies, all they need is encouragement. If you encourage them, they will do it for you. And with our training, they were very hardworking. So it was easy to combine them to make a full team for the league.
How many new players and how long have you been working with them?
I've been with them almost 4 seasons now.
Yes. But the new players on the pitch?
The new players, we just had 7 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Coach Abuaje had about 7 new players, but he was able to manage with these players to make sure they had a win over Police Ladies. Congratulations. Thank you, Coach, for coming. So it was a brilliant win for 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐬 Abuaji, who is the coach of Tender Queens. Police Ladies has been the dominant force of this league. This is the first match. Coach, it's unfortunate you lost your match today. What really went into that?
Yeah, I would say initially, within the first half, we should have got at least nothing less than 3 goals behind the net, but we weren't able to score. In football, when you get the chances and you are not able to utilize it, you get punished with it. You could see that they didn't even work for the goals that they scored. They had it easily. We had clear chances that we should have buried the game, but we couldn't. So that was the punishment that they gave us.
So Police Ladies was the dominant force here, and we're looking clearly that you could have done something. But here is the case, Tender Queens turn around. How do you move forward from here?
No, it's a problem that we had when we went to Tamale for the pre-competition tournament that we went, yes, for the Super Cup. So we are still solving it. Today it was good, but not better. So we will go still correct some of these challenges. Then we come in for our home soil match.
Okay. Better luck in your next match.
Thank you.
This was the police coach here explaining how the team was not able to do it, but they'll pick up pieces from here and then go forward with it. Elenjima, memamu. And yeah, a ban sign now with me nyakukudro and with me bobola a chendada.
Nyame adom ene me nyame ma me mpaibo ene support no buy we supporting me
police team dani dey nyina mu hia police ana e dey ma mu say mu betimi ahye omo enne edie na mu de hye mu a e ma mutimi anya asa akukuduro na mutimi gina omo ni ma mutimi ahye omo
encouragement ni e de hye mu ni sa make your mind say e betimi ahye omo.
Now, and we are a free kick expert now because and now we shall go back. Okay, so that was the woman of the match we've been speaking to. So it has been an interesting atmosphere here, an exciting atmosphere that we've been having here at the 𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐿 School Park here. That is precisely. And then you can see the Malta Guinness Premier League has come to stay. Everything was on course. Women's Premier League has come to stay. And then this is the first match in Accra. It had a whole lot of stretch. In the other centers, it was Faith Ladies who was leading Tender Queens by a goal to nil. We will see and then give you the updates of the end of the 90 minutes. I still have Akosia here with me to deliberate into what happened in the second half. Akosia, we didn't record any goal in the first half, but getting to the second half, we got 3 goals. As you said, you wanted more goals, and then we saw 3 goals. I think it's much more enough. What did you see the Tender Queens doing to make sure they go convincing to win this game?
Nafisa, 3 goals from set pieces. The first goal, we realized that Matilda being the one to get the strike, and then we have Gifty Osei giving in that header to convert the goal for Thunder Queens. Clearly, it tells us that they would need more of set pieces to be able to score goals. 3 goals we recorded here, and it was all set pieces, so the strikers would need to really work on themselves. And you see that when you have Herodia, who is being the one up front for you, it would cost you sometimes. But then again, when it was needed most, that they needed to convert those penalties or those set pieces, they were able to get them in. So we hope that they work on themselves some more, maybe some more open goals here and there. But we also love the fact that they are able to take all these set pieces and be able to convert them to give us the goals and a good win in this particular game.
And Norwich new season is here. Malta Guinness invites you to watch super and good in women's football in the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. Follow every pass, tackle and goals as our ladies add more style to fuel your passion for football. Follow the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League in the social channels, Malta Guinness Women's Premier League, and watch all the matches live on Max TV weekly. So this is how we draw the curtains down. You can see that the rain is not giving us, but it's a showers of blessing. It has been a big headline sponsors, and it's Malta Guinness, a world of goodness. You can take it away from us, and no, you cannot take it away from us as well. You can take it away from us, but you can't take it away from us as well. So Women's Premier League has come to stay. We will meet you at the Medina AstroTurf Park tomorrow. But for updates, we'll be giving you all the updates and then scoreline of today's league as well. It has been here at the 𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐿 School Park, and it was Tender Queens 2, Police Ladies 1. We will see you tomorrow at the Medina AstroTurf Park. This is where we sign off here. From me, myself, Nafisa Fatah, Akosia J, Esther Bankwana Badina, and the rest of the crew, we say bye. We see you tomorrow.
There are days when you think, whoa, today I've earned it. Days when plans run longer.